Where have all the sisters gone? For hundreds of years, nuns have been vital members of schools, hospitals, and orphanages. Their unusual dress made it simple to identify them. To some, they were dispensers of incarnate grace. To others, they were stern disciplinarians. But since the Second Vatican Council and the move to secular clothing, they have become invisible. But this is what nuns look like today. These are the Sisters of St. Joseph of Carondelet, and this is their story. How did you feel about losing your habit?
I loved it. I don't perspire, I sweat.
I couldn't wait to take it off. I often found the habit as a wall.
I entered in 1965, right at the closing moments of Vatican II. Everything was changing. It was like living on an earthquake fault. Every time you turned around in our church and religious life, things were changing.
We're not visible.
We were in the beginning,
you
and then
were.
all of a sudden, of course, we were more visible that way because we had the habit.
Exactly.
With the way they dress, the sister, I can't tell the nun from a...
How people related and then how religious women related to themselves was all changing.
One of the greatest influences in changing after Vatican II was the fact of the Sisters of St. Joseph and their not only acceptance of the results of Vatican II, their being very active in promoting them.
We had 6 sisters who came to the United States, and look what the mustard seed has grown into.
Our school started in 1837. They had 4 hearing impaired children.
This is the oldest all-girls institution west of the Mississippi. This has a lot of history to it.
I've had Sister Carol also as a teacher, and I think she's one of the coolest people I've ever met. Like, originally when I came in, I thought, oh, nuns, you know, they probably don't really get out a lot.
Sitting in the presence of God is a remarkable prayer.
I also like to party with friends, do things fun, barbecue.
I think there are a couple misconceptions. One is the sisters don't belong in the world. The sisters are special and they pray and they know things about God and Jesus. I'd say we know more than people imagine.
It's one thing to read about poverty and something else to be in the midst of it.
Our whole life and our faith foundation and formation and our spirituality is built from the ground up, literally from the ground up, from our world. This is where heaven begins. This is where the gospel happens. This is where the cry of the poor takes place, and this is where we live.
My road to the Sisters of St. Joseph was pretty simple. I was taught by the sisters. I watched the way in which they treated other people, the respect they had for them, the virtues that I wanted to emulate in some way. And then I found out that the real charism of the Sisters of St. Joseph was reaching out to the dear neighbor.
We're a community who's great on forming relationships. These relationships are formed in order to help everyone realize that we all are one on this planet. One with God, one with each other, one with the dear neighbor, and one with the earth.
We may not be in the habits that we were in years ago. We're not young, we're not in large numbers, but we're still meeting the needs of the times.
I want people to know when they see this that we are alive, that we are well. We're still instigators of grace with them, and that we want to live life and help life get better and reconcile the wrongs with them. We are vital members of this universe called the neighborhood and this neighborhood called the world.